Right. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Finally got to my sign. My real sign. You know, my sun sign is Taurus. Right, Scorpio, Scorpio. I have this ongoing joke with one of my astrologer friends. She has a channel. She's really talented. Every time I'm like watching YouTube or watching a TV show or something, well, not a TV show. I do not watch TV or movies, but if I'm watching something that I find of interest, mostly on YouTube, and they say something along the lines of, or I notice that the person's always wearing black and they have intense eyes or something like that. I always, look this person up and see what the rising sign is. And it has not happened a single time where I was wrong. Yeah. So, yeah, I've wore black my entire life. Well, darker clothes. But I'm sure there aren't many Scorpio suns that would sleep through an entire day if they didn't have an alarm clock. I'm still definitely a Taurus. Scorpio, April. Yeah, guys, this is the last time I'm going to be recording on this set. I'm actually moving. I'm a Scorpio rising with Jupiter and Saturn, my 4th house, as many of you have. Hopefully the majority of you guys are Scorpio risings, because the whole sun, people knowing their sun sign and judging others based on their sun sign is it's misinformation. There's a Kabbalistic law that while you can't lie to people, but you can misguide them. You can hide things in plain sight. In astrology sense, it's that, you're a Taurus or you're a Scorpio because you were born in April or October or November. When in reality, the power of astrology, of horary, comes from your rising, your house placements. And for those of you who do not know their rising sign, it is on your birth certificate. For those of you who don't have access to that, and you've maybe tried calling the hospital, I promise you guys it's worth it. There are methods to, I forget what it's called. There are ways to discover, what your rising sign is based purely on life events that happen to you. Just make sure you have those events, like maybe something that happened to your, like maybe when you gave birth or got married or met the person who you've been with for the past 20 years, stuff like that. It's fairly easy for an astrologer to deduce your rising based on that. And on top of that, astrology is getting more and more popular every day. I remember a few years ago, it was $100, $200 to do this, to backward track a rising sign. But now, with the internet and, technology, and we're in the age of Aquarius, so more and more people are learning about it, becoming more interested in it. the world is becoming much more progressive, and it's much cheaper than that. And I can promise you that it is going to be worth every penny to know what your rising sign is. Scorpio, the first card that you have is the Two of Wands. Sorry guys, I forgot to turn my secondary camera on, so I'm going to turn that on and pause this video and show you guys how this card looks. Yeah, very interesting. This card is the card of the a period that we're in right now. This card does represent the first decan of Aries, the first decan of the zodiac. It does it does usher in this new cycle. And with this card here, this card asks you, are you going to are you happy with how the last cycle went? Or do you want something new? Do you want to try something new? It's not the easiest decision, but it's also not a decision that is not enthusiastically considered or thought about. Yeah, very good. I feel like for some of you, there may have been some sort of new I don't know, something new may have just come into your life, an idea, a situation, something that you feel very excited about, something that you feel very passionate about. And maybe you're here now trying to decide whether you want to stay, whether you want to go, whether you want to move forward with this, whether it's worth moving forward with it. I feel that you'll make the right choice for sure. But it is up to you. We do have free will. Some of you guys may be dealing with an Aries, specifically someone who has their Mars in Aries, which is very, very strong in Aries. I believe it's ruling. It's ruling planet, but no, the sun is exalted in Aries. Excuse me. But yeah, you may be dealing with an Aries, possibly even a Scorpio. You have the moon here, so maybe a Cancer, Pisces, Leo you have the moon and the sun, so maybe a Leo with the sun here. But yeah, this man's trying to decide. He can only grab one of these wands, and it looks like he's going for the sun. His hand, rather, looks as if it's going towards the sun to grab it, but his finger is pointing at the moon. It's like his intuition. It's like the universe is like, yeah, we know you want the sun. We know you want this exciting, instant, bright, whatever. But his intuition is pointing him towards the moon. I feel like this may possibly indicate you maybe being on the fence about whether you should maybe start putting work into yourself, whether it's meditating or studying about something spirituality. It's a lot easier to just kind of sink into this reality that we live in right now, full of distractions and stuff that kind of overstimulates us. But by going within, by meditating, by calming the mind, by thinking a little bit less, it dramatically improves the world around us. So please try to remember that. There's definitely something here that you're very excited about, something here that you're moving forward towards. It's just you may be trying to decide what is the best course of action. I certainly feel this has something to do with you. First house energy. This may have something to do with your health. Aries is Scorpio's sixth house. This may have something to do with work, with your coworkers, or something like that. Possibly making a change somewhere there, something concerning that part of your life. Yeah, this may do with the Virgo. Wow, you have judgment. Unsurprisingly, this is exactly what I was just talking about for a lot longer than I should have. The Judgment card is, it is the card of tying up loose ends. It is the card of starting to occur to you that something has to happen, something has to change. Usually this comes in the form of just being overwhelmed with signs, synchronicities, stuff like that. You just can't, maybe not necessarily signs, synchronicities, but clues, kind of like things showing you that, hey, constantly reminding you of a certain something that, this is actually a good idea. You may have thought that to yourself a few times and then stopped thinking about it and, off to the back burner. But then the next day, you're watching the news and you hear this story that reminds you of it, and you're like, oh, then you forget about it. But then the next day, so on and so forth. So this can be something that, you have been putting on the back burner for a while, but now is the time to answer this call. This is the card of the awakening. This is the card of deciding, whether you want to stay or whether you want to go, and staying. And this does not have to have anything to do with romance. Please, no. It can for some of you, but I'm certainly not reading it that way. But yeah, I feel like you are being provided right now an opportunity to it's like an expressway to get what you want. You have this hand coming out of the heavens, helping this other hand up. Bringing this man up to where he is supposed to be, to the top. Down here there's gates. Gates signify restrictions. It's possible that you have been living in a world full of restrictions while at the same time having things that helped you cope with them, making you content or content enough to, not do anything about it. It's possible now, even though you may still very well have whatever it is that has been keeping you here. I feel that there's something more powerful that's drawing you in, that's helping you. I highly recommend you guys meditate for a few minutes and thank God for what He has provided you, and ask Him for this assistance in whatever it is that you need. If you need more money, ask Him to put you in a position where you are put to send you messages on how to earn more money, or what you can do to your lifestyle, perhaps, that would guide you towards this possible windfall of money or something like that, or promotion. It will happen. Don't ask for the promotion. Ask for help getting there. It will come. This is the card of Scorpio. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of transformation taking place here. A lot. You do have a full moon this month. Unbelievable. You have the 9 of coin. Wow. Yeah, 9 of coin does not come without effort. The 7 of coin before it, the 8 of coin before it, and now the 9 of coin. The woman in this card looks to be very very affluent. She has to be. She has these two birds who do look like represent Scorpio. Scorpio used to be represented by the eagle. So it's I feel like whatever this is will usher in this new age of independence, a certain feeling of independence. It doesn't necessarily have to be financial. It can be, but I feel like you're going to be free from whatever it was that was holding you back for so long. And it doesn't necessarily have to be something bad that's been holding you back. It's just that it's time now. It's been long enough. This is the card of independence. So yeah, this can be you possibly becoming independent of someone who has been very annoying in your life. This can be you becoming independent of responsibilities. The coins represent traditionally the physical world. They're ruled by the 10th Sephiro, Malkut, which is the kingdom, Earth, the bottom of the tree of life, which represents this world. So it's something that is physical. There's a lot of things that are physical that can cause hindrances. So think about it. But yeah, this is being free. This is being very, very happy. Arguably the most auspicious money card you can receive. Yeah, this can be you feeling very confident. Yeah, I see this card of self-care. Perhaps this is what this is concerning, self-care, but also the 9 of cups, 9 of coin rather, is the 6th house of health, daily activities, pets, coworkers. So there can be a massive change there in any of these departments, but a very good change, one that you were hoping would one day happen. That's for sure. And these two birds, I mean, they can fly wherever they want. With the Nine of Coin. Nine of Coin is the card of Virgo, specifically Venus and Virgo, so you may possibly be dealing with a, wow, I don't know where this card came from, but okay. So maybe dealing with a Venus and Virgo, which would indicate Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, or Scorpio. So you can be dealing with one of these signs, possibly even a Taurus, a Capricorn to a lesser extent. But with the Six of Swords here, this is a very, very auspicious card. Arguably my favorite sword card. All sixes are very, very auspicious. They're ruled by the sixth Sephiro of the Tree of Life, Tiferet, the Sephiro of the Sun. This card indicates making a very, very logical, analytical decision to leave something behind, to move away from something, and not necessarily, and not feeling devastated, not being hurt about it, because this was something that you had to do. If you are somewhat feeling a little hesitant, Taurus, Scorpio is a fixed sign, so they're not the biggest fans of change, but I feel this will be very good for you. And if you are somewhat hesitant right now, I feel that will very, very quickly change. This can have something to do with travel, with the Two of Wands here, and the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is the card of Mercury in Aquarius, which some say it's the exalted placement of Mercury. So it's a very, very good card, very, very sound decision that will benefit everyone, in the long run, humanity, Aquarius, 11th house. This will bring you closer to your dream, your hopes and wishes. Yeah, I feel this is very good. Yeah, very, very good. So you guys may be possibly dealing with with Aquarius, Gemini, Virgo. There's this moon in the background, so Cancer, Pisces, Cancer again, Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, or Libra, Scorpio, Aries. A lot of Scorpio. Yeah, a lot of readers like to, or apparently they think that whoever's watching their readings forgot what their sign is. So in case any of you guys did, I'm going to remind you when I say Scorpio that it's Scorpio such as yourself. Yeah. It's a nice way to sound a little bit more professional. Cough, cough, pretentious. Anyway, so yeah, this is the last time I'm going to be recording here. I'm moving tonight. This is the last thing I have set up. I don't know how I'm going to fit all this in my car. A lot of it's probably going to get thrown out. Going to try to keep my candles. over the past over the past 2 years, I always keep my my leftover wax because I recycle candles. It's pretty cool. I haven't recycled them in probably I don't know, a very long time, but it's very easy to do, and yeah, it's cool. It's fun. It's a fun little craft to do. Anyway, yeah, guys, this looks very, very good. I definitely see you guys moving somewhere that is going to be a much better place than where you are coming from. And with Scorpio, I mean, I don't have to look at this to know that Scorpio has their Saturn and Jupiter in their fourth house of home. So, yeah, moving is definitely on the horizon if it hasn't happened already, or something having to do with family, mother. And this summer, I believe mid-May, Jupiter moves into our fifth house of true love and happiness, and Saturn is definitely not going to be there. So, so yeah, let's try to make the most of that if you're single. And if you are with someone, it would be a phenomenal time to have children. Yeah, Saturn won't be entering the fifth for another for at least another 2 years. For 2 years. Yeah, very good. Yeah, you have the Sun moving into and Venus moving into your seventh house this month as well. The Sun moves into your seventh house on the 20th of April, and Venus moves into your seventh house sometime around then as well. Yeah. And Mars is about to move into your ninth house of travel. So yeah, or long distance travel, or possibly communicating with someone from far away or from a long distance. So yeah, you have that to look forward to. Yeah. All right, guys. All right, thank you so much, and yeah, I hope you guys like this set. All right, thanks. Bye.